What's Stafford's ceiling with Kyle better than the Ryan MVP season? If Matthew Stafford has a better season than Matt Ryan had in that season, it'll only be because of the supporting cast. Look, Matt Stafford is good, but this guy's played with Calvin Johnson before. Like he hasn't, it's not like he's never had weapons. I don't think he's as good as Matt Ryan. He's younger than Matt Ryan, but I don't think he's as good as Matt Ryan. Matt Ryan just has a better feel for how to play football than Matthew Stafford. Maybe not as gifted, but just a better player. So I don't know. I think the ceiling would still be an MVP season and a Super Bowl, but I don't know that. I think Matt Ryan had one of the best seasons ever under Kyle Shanahan. I don't know if Stafford can get there, but who cares? If he wins an MVP and plays well in his own right and wins a Super Bowl, it doesn't really matter if he was better than Matt Ryan. I guess my point here is that Matt Ryan's underrated. Matt Ryan is a future Hall of Fame quarterback, in my opinion, and is going to finish his career as the third leading passer in NFL history. So when people thought Jimmy Garoppolo was going to be that this year, it's like you guys don't know Matt Ryan very well, I don't think. Anyway, Matthew Stafford, excellent. Could be just a hair below that. Good question. Next one's from Devin. Let me find you, Devin. How do we keep Stafford upright if we do get him? I think that's the $1 million question. Everyone talking about Niners just a quarterback away. No. Maybe the 2019 Niners were. But Mike McGlinchey is like 40 pounds lighter than then. He's not, you hear people say so-and-so's eating himself out of the league. Mike McGlinchey is not eating himself out of the league. He's fasting himself out of the league. He's dieting himself out of the league. I don't know what's going on there. And like that's might be the second best offensive lineman on the unit. Honestly, Laken Tomlinson is so freaking overrated. No one talks about him because everyone's talking about Mike McGlinchey, but Laken Tomlinson's inside getting worked as well. And he's probably the third best offensive lineman on the unit because I don't even know who the other two starters are, center and right guard. Brunskill's okay. He doesn't have a position because the Niners haven't let him develop at one. To me, Justin School and Mike McGlinchey are not playable. Both of them are like 285 pounds. I don't know whose idea it was in the Niners to have 285-pound offensive tackles, but it ain't working. Justin School and Mike McGlinchey, neither one are any good. Yeah. Matthew Stafford. I think he probably, the little I know about Matthew Stafford and the Lions, that's probably how much he knows about Mike McGlinchey and the Niners. And maybe he likes the idea of coming and playing for Kyle Shanahan and throwing to George Kittle and Deebo Samuel. But, dude, are you going to even have time? Are you going to make it through the season? Because he ended this season with, a broken ribs or whatever. He ended the previous season with broken something else and missed 8. He seems to be breaking stuff. And if a quarterback was going to break something anywhere, it'd be behind this sieve of an offensive line. So you trade away Matthew Stafford. You trade for Stafford, you trade away the 12th pick. How do you improve the offensive line? Well, I keep coming back to my ace up my sleeve, which is trade Bosa. If you trade Bosa, you could trade him to maybe the Jets for the number 2 pick. With the number 2 pick, you could trade down because someone's going to want to trade up for a quarterback. And now you could get 2 picks for Bosa. Maybe number 4 and something else. Number 5 and something else. And you can get Penei Sewell, who's like a better offensive tackle prospect than even Trent Williams was. And now you have Trent Williams and Sewell on the same team. And with the other pick that you got by moving down, you could get an edge rusher who's not as good as Nick Bosa, but he's still really good. And now you've turned Nick Bosa. Nick Bosa has solved 2 of your problems. And now you can protect Matthew Stafford. You have the 2 best offensive tackles in the league and an excellent first-round pick at defensive end as well. That you're adding to a defense that ranked top 5 last season without Bosa. Why not? See, that's to me is the ace in the hole. Bosa's great, but the defense was top 5 without him. You could get a whole lot of stuff. You could get like 4 offensive linemen for Nick Bosa. You could fix the whole offensive line. Trading Nick, why not? At least consider it. So How do we keep Stafford upright? Turn Nick Bosa into an offensive lineman. Turn Nick Bosa into Penei Sewell. Sewell has maybe even an even better chance to become a Hall of Famer one day because Sewell doesn't have 2 torn ACLs, does he? Sewell's probably going to be playing when he's 40 or 38. Will Bosa? I don't know. That's what I would do. But that's, how I am. You know how I be. I can answer some more questions if you have them. Otherwise, I'm going to go get some lunch and then come back with Anthony Jan a little later, talk about some coaching tactics. Grant, stop. Boo. What? Huh? Stafford ain't elite. Hey, man, I'm telling you I would go for Rodgers. I'm saying Niners, don't be hasty. You have a hasty. Don't be extra hasty. Wait for Rodgers. But it seems like they're going to go for Stafford. So see what happens. How's Lowell? Hold on. Let's talk. I took him in for MRI this morning. Every time he has to sit down, he is in excruciating pain. And it's hard to hear. It's hard to hear someone you love be out of their mind in pain. When he's laying flat, when he's standing up, he's good. So, it just felt so bad. All the doctors were saying just wait it out. And then finally they were like, no, you need x-rays. You need to go to the hospital, but you got to wait until the end of you got to wait until next week. So he's just been laying on the ground waiting. X-rays revealed nothing. Okay, well, what's the next plan? MRI, let's wait for that. So we got that. I don't know. They're waiting around to see what they just, I don't know. I feel really bad. How do you have crippling pain? You can't move. And everyone's like, I don't know. Just wait it out. I don't know. You'll be all right. It's like, what do you mean? I'm stuck on the ground. Someone help me. So I was up at 5 a.m. We were in the imaging office at 6:30. I had him home by 7:30. And he might be still sleeping right now. I hope he's sleeping because otherwise he's just looking at the ceiling. That's my dad's life. And he was telling me this morning, he says, very lonely when you're in pain, even when people are around you. I know what he means. It's like you can't even talk, think. You're out in the wilderness with your pain. Ooh, I felt bad, man. I hope they figure this out. God, if you had sciatica, I'd sympathize with you because this looks like the worst thing ever. It's the worst thing. Ugh. So I'll keep you posted. I don't know. MRI's good, though. At least I should have some answers. MRI's, better than nothing. Physical therapy, yeah, of course. He's just he's not exactly at the physical therapy level right now. He's at the I can't get off the ground level. So when the swelling goes down and he can move around a little bit, yeah, he'll definitely do physical therapy. But, dude, he's at the, I want to vomit from pain if I'm doing anything but laying down on my back. Whoa. I've never been in anything like that. I broke my wrist once. I broke my wrist when I was 14. I was stealing home in Little League, and I was safe. But I broke my wrist sliding. I was so excited. That hurt, but not that bad. It was really not that bad. Okay, hold on. Evan, I'm finding you. And then after that, well, Prisms, I appreciate you. Thank you so much. And then East Bay Chris. Why has there been no talk about the 49ers acquiring Kirk Cousins? That's Kyle's boy right there. I know, but I think the fan base would riot.